Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life, and today we're going to be mixing purple with black and white acrylic paints to see what happens. So I wrote a post on Artsy Fartsy Life about how to make purple, the color, and mixing red and blue and things like that. And I've had so many people ask me how to, what would happen if we were to mix like purple and white or purple and black. So this is just plain old eggplant purple that we're starting with, just a base color of purple. And this is going to show you just kind of general purple. Now, I didn't have a paint color called purple, but this was like really purple looking. So now I'm adding a fourth as much black paint to the purple. And I really was shocked when I started adding black to purple, because I thought that it would make it darker, but honestly, and that's called a shade. When you add black to a color, it's the shade of, this is going to be the lightest shade of purple that I make, and it just, black took it over. Like literally, it almost immediately became almost black, and that's with, a large portion of purple and then just a fourth as much black put into it. So immediately I just knew that I wasn't going to go any darker. I wasn't going to add more black to it because it didn't do anything. So I thought this time I would add just a couple drops of black and see if we could darken it up, because people are always looking for like a darker purple. And so I thought, well, what if we just do a couple of drops of black? And as you see, as you mix it up, it doesn't make it a pretty purple. I mean, when I'm thinking of a really dark purple, I'm thinking of like Halloween and, like a really deep, rich purple. And this is not what I got. I just got like almost a muddy black purple. I don't know if that makes sense, because there's no white in there, which would be a tone, which is black and white mixed with purple, and it's muddy looking. But this was not for me. And then I just wanted to show you a pre-mixed paint here that is like a dark plum paint that came this way. So this is a different color of purple, but they're calling it dark plum. And that's one of the things that people were asking me how to make, is how do you make like a dark plum color? And so we're just going to put this on here into the notebook to just show what an actual dark plum looks like. And see, that's so much more rich than the ones where we added the black. I feel like the black overwhelmed the purple. It wasn't pretty, and it wasn't anything that I would do in the future with my paints. All right, we're about to get way happier now, because now we're going to start mixing purple with white. And I thought this was super exciting. We're going to start off again with a small amount of, like it's all of the purple, and then a fourth as much again white. And this worked out so much better than the black. I mean, it just, you could tell immediately when you were mixing it that it was going to be something. Like you were still going to have that purpley color instead of, it turning it immediately white or overtaking it. So I thought this turned into a very pretty color. And this was almost a, trying to think. It didn't have, it didn't feel like lilac, because it didn't have those as many blue undertones to it. But it did look like a pretty color of purple. Now in this one, I'm going to go 50% purple and 50% white and see what happens, because it was, we could have gone through all the stages of purple, but you can tell here that it really starts. I was almost trying to get to lavender, which is a color that people ask me for a lot. But this turned into just a pretty color of purple. And I really like this one. I think this one is nice. as I'm going to be doing another video coming up here shortly where you mix purple with all the different colors of the rainbow. And if I was trying to, and I already have the video about how to make all different colors of purple paint by mixing paints. What I'm finding is that by mixing just purple and white or just purple and black, you're not getting a real, there's not a real change in the colors. Like you're just getting, I know it sounds silly and it makes sense, of course, but you're just getting a super lighter version or a super darker version. And this one was straight half purple, half white. And I thought this was a very pretty color. It was still a strong purple color. It didn't go all the way down to like a light lavender. It didn't feel pastel-y, I guess is what I'm trying to say with this specific purple color. And last but not least, I'm doing white, mostly white, and then a little bit of purple. And then this is the one that's going to give us that really pastel-y lavender color. This turned out to be a really, really pretty color. Think Easter eggs, think, you know, little girls in spring dresses. This was a super pretty lavender color, but I would say that you could probably put even fewer drops of purple into it and just make it like a hint of lavender, a hint of lilac. The reason I'm avoiding lilac is because to me, lilac feels like it might have a little hint of blue, and this wasn't really bluish at all. This was just the regular colors. Last but not least, what I wanted to show you here was all the colors together. I think that black was not my thing. If I was going to try to make darker colors of plum or purple, I would mix them with more blues, more other like a dark navy, something like that, rather than black. And I found that mixing the purple with the white was really delightful. You got really fresh, I think still bright colors, even though some of them went to a pastel, but I really liked purple and white, not purple and black. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.